Let wrath incurred be the catalyst to activate the sealing circle here and now. Come to me, ashes, and deliver us unto peace! Cease your struggling! Your parlor tricks are enough to bring me down?
Your Majesty, come!
Take this! This is the end! This ends here! It seems I owe to Esther. This is the end! With this power, I could unmake the world! This ends here! This is the end! Take this! This is the end! This is the end! This ends here! Take this! This is the end! This ends here! This is the end!
Shiva, goddess of annihilation, has been defeated! We did it! And all because we're united as one!
This is the end!
Excellent work! And welcome back, Guardian!
This ends here! full array of powers, but you'd be unwise to underestimate me. This ends here. This ends here. Take this. This ends here. This ends here. This ends here. Take this. This ends here. I may not have my full array of powers, but you'd be unwise to underestimate me. Ha! Ha! This ends here. This is the end! Ha! This ends here! Ha! This ends here! Take this! This is the end! With this power, I could unmake the world! I may not have my full array of powers, but you'd be unwise to underestimate me. This ends here! This ends here! This is the end! This ends here! This is the end! This ends here! This ends here! I may not have my full array of powers, but you'd be unwise to underestimate me. Wicked power!
Completed!
This ends here.
Consider me impressed. Fearsome showing, even if my power was suppressed. That's what makes you the vessel of the universe. I should never have underestimated you. Good thing I was the one to pay the price. What does that mean? It means this.
Ah! Lady Sakuna Hime!
Sakuna Hime! Kotoshiro!
You withstood that well, Mitra.
There was hardly anything to withstand. Pain means nothing to me. But if I'd rushed headlong into that, even I might have met my match for once.
Thank you for your devotion, Mitra. Truly, you have served me well.
You're too kind. This is what I'm meant for. Luna, you pick up where I left off.
I will.
Rest in peace, Mitra. We surmised that after acquiring equivalent calculation abilities, the first thing you would do was come up with a plan to fight me. Some cheap trick, no doubt. Mitra proposed we do some legwork of our own, and I entrusted her with sole charge of the matter. A field that creates a directed seal over a target's photons. An impressive feat indeed, for the workings of a lowly planetary deity. All the more reason for me to have dispatched one of my top retainers. Well done, Mitra. Now it falls to me to ensure that her loyalty was not misplaced. Faced with foes strong enough to slay Mitra, my judgment will be swift and merciless. I will kill you all where you stand. My. But of course you would bring the power you acquired in the other realm to bear. You must regard me highly. The sundered fragments of Dark Falls united to bar my way. What a delight this is. And yet, have you forgotten the source from which your power originates? Dark Falls come from the profound darkness. Their power and the profound darkness's power are one and the same. No child can prevail against its parent. Arcs and Dark Falls both. They are not but pieces of my grand design. Rather anticlimactic, wouldn't you say? Your form. Dark Falls? This form is yet unknown to me. Not that it will be a threat to me.
Mistress, above you!
You actually repelled it. Well done.
I don't sense any photons. You're not with arcs, are you? Who are you? What is your aim?
Where are my manners. My name is Phalig Eves. I came running from Earth. I felt drawn to your powerful presence, so here I am.
Earth. You refer to that planet from another dimension.
Personally, I would love nothing more than to stay and fight, but I can't exactly ignore the others, so I'll be taking my leave now. Hopefully I'll see you, fingers crossed.
Mistress, are you all right?
Perfectly so. I was simply taken aback by encountering someone whose photons I could not consume. Curious, but long as I remain aware of their existence, I foresee no immediate threat.
Shall we give chase? If that barrier comes up again, it could pose a threat.
No, I am quite weary of playing tag. And if I recall, Mitra said the same. All that remains is to tread the path of destruction. Every world, every universe shall be our sacrificial lambs.
Completely unacceptable, no matter the circumstances.
Even for the source, she's too strong!
On the contrary, this is exactly what we should have expected. In fact, I dare say we should be proud.
Care to explain why you seem so pleased with yourself?
Because she is the finest vessel I have ever created. Why wouldn't I be happy to have irrefutable proof of that? She has nothing but disdain for us Dark Falls, and can even contend with our host. I must say, even I'm impressed with my work.
Oh, can it? Now's hardly the time for sitting around with our thumbs up our asses. We gotta come up with a plan here.
You really don't get it, do you? We've played our hand. To resist now would be futile. I told you earlier, didn't I? That thing is the profound darkness itself. It is the source of all of our power. No life form can succumb to its own poison. That's what it comes down to.
So what now, huh? Are we just completely useless at this point?
So what now, Are we just completely done for at this point?
Not exactly. Not as long as we are still with our host. Had she taken our power for herself, the world would already be beyond salvation. That is to say, just by being here, we are in fact playing a non-trivial role. We still count for something.
Say what you want, but I still think this is all your fault. You made this monstrosity.
Though I don't dispute that I bear some blame, following the ultimate chain of cause and effect here is hardly meaningful now. If I could do things over again, I should like to avoid ever having met Xion. Had I not, everything would be different. The Photoners, and Arcs, of course, would never have come to be.
What would be so bad about that? I was born before you met Xion, after all.
Yeah? What's the problem? I would still be born as long as Florent exists.
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
You're just overthinking it. There's nothing we can do.
Thinking won't help. There's nothing we can do.
Photon energy exists in tandem with the Akashic records. As long as there exists photon energy, so too shall the profound darkness. If you really want to destroy it forever, the only option is to banish the profound darkness to a world without photons.
A world with no Akashic records. Where are we going to find some place like that?
How should I know? Even the Photoners of old never found such a realm.
That one's a photoner, the root of Ark's might. And she's the original profound darkness, the source from which the Darkfall's powers flow. In other words, neither of those powers can even come close to touching her. Therefore, to defeat her, we need something else entirely. A power whose source lies elsewhere. That is precisely why you and I are here. It was the Akashic Record's final wish. Shion's final wish.
Seems you've taken quite the beating. I had a few errands to run, but you seem to be facing some pressing concerns yourselves.
What happened? No, I'll be alright. But we need to treat Sukuna-hime and Kotoshiro, and fast.
I'm glad to see you're all right. I'm sorry I've been out of touch. Things have gotten, well, pretty far out of hand. The Photoner's onslaught is underway. We've never dealt with anything quite like this before. They mean to crush us in one blow.
Oh, it's you. Still in one piece? I came here upon sensing a great presence. Shiva, you called her? She's more powerful than I could have imagined. That look in her eyes when she blocked my surprise attack, there was no human spirit in them. I couldn't even sense a will to fight. We humans must be too trivial for her to regard with any sort of emotion. And yet, whether her heart is in it or not, her strength is too overwhelming for us. Can you imagine what sort of havoc she would wreak if she did have the will to fight? Just once, I'd like to see it, to confront her with her true spirit on display.
My masterpiece, the Emerald Tablet, has spread its wings and made my wildest fantasies a reality. Hardly any time has passed since it left my control, yet it seems so long ago. I, Hagito Ani, renowned hero of the modern world, have amassed great wealth and prestige thanks to my rare talents and genius mind. My company will only continue to grow as time marches on, propelling my name to even greater heights. And yet, it's all so pointless. My soul still longs for something more. Something like the overwhelming rush of fulfillment I experienced when my masterpiece finally spread its wings. This time I will achieve something unimaginable, and I will do it with my own two hands.
I was trying to check up on Earth's status, but Hagith was all alone there, wasn't he? I could have sworn he was talking to someone. I hope he doesn't start causing trouble again. Anyway, looks like Earth's doing just fine.
Tamahime, should you really be here? Why shouldn't I be? With Haruka-tan in such disarray, Kotoshiro must be overwhelmed. Did you forget, Matoi? This is only a projection. I'm still physically in Haruka-tan.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, is your physical body doing okay? And what about Kotoshira?
Worry not. We've sustained some injuries, but nothing too grave. Safe for now, at least. But if Shiva shows up there, things could take a swift turn for the worse. However, the troops ravaging the corporeal realm are but low-ranking grunts, so we needn't be overly worried. Shiva's wrath is directed squarely at your people now. But if she switches her focus to Haruka-tan, we are surely doomed. That is why cooperating with you is my most prudent course of action. Do not worry about the people of Haruka-tan. For now, just focus on what you can do for your own.
Right, you got it.